What's going on, guys? It's Anthony, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the DJI RC Pro. Let's jump into it. Here we are. I've got my Mavic 3 right here, and I got my DJI RC Pro, which I just purchased. Now, when I bought this drone, I got it with the original DJI remote that doesn't have a screen built in. If you're familiar with my channel, you will know that I've made plenty of videos criticizing that remote. It finally got to the point where I had no choice but to upgrade to this, and I will explain. But before I do, I want to talk about the remote a little bit and what my first impressions are. So I unboxed it and it was pretty basic. It came with the remote, and then it came with a charging cable, no charging brick. So that was pretty much it for what was in the box. It came at about 60% charged, and it was pretty easy to pair with my drone. All I did was hold the button on the back of the Mavic 3 for 4 seconds. It made the pairing noise, and then I selected the pairing menu on the remote itself, and within seconds, not even seconds, within half a second, it was connected to the remote. So it was a very fast and easy connection process. Then you have to bind this remote to the drone, because if you don't, then the drone won't recognize it after using it 5 times. So this remote is pretty advanced. It works with the DJI Mavic 3, and it also works with the DJI Air 2S. So if you own either of those drones or both of them, you can use this single remote for both drones, which is awesome. This remote is pretty straightforward. It has a return to home button on it, a power button, a brake button, which is the pause button, cine mode, sport mode, and normal mode, as well as a 5D toggle switch. We also have a customizable button and a back button. On the bottom, we have an HDMI port, a USB-C port, and an SD card slot. On the top, we have our shutter button and record button, along with our 2 scroll wheels. And finally, on the back, we have 2 customizable buttons along with the joysticks. Also, I did forget to mention that on the bottom of this remote, there are 2 screw holes that can be used for accessories, which is nice. I just used this remote for the first time, so first flight with it, and I flew my Mavic 3. First of all, I have to say, wow, what a difference between this and using my iPhone. So what really compelled me to buy this was every single time I would go out and fly my drone with the remote that came with it with my iPhone would overheat, or the screen would dim, and then I couldn't see what I was doing unless I was standing in the shade. Whereas with this, the screen gets really, really bright, which is awesome. And just using it outside just now, I was blown away by how much I could actually see. One thing I am worried about, which I'll get to in a different video once I've had time with this remote, is how it's going to operate in the summer heat of Phoenix, Arizona. In case you're not familiar with Phoenix, Arizona, in the summer, it can get over 110 degrees. And I'm taking on a lot more work than I did before, and I'm using my drone a lot. So I didn't want to risk having an issue where my phone completely overheated and I wasn't able to actually use it and fly a job. So that's why I finally invested in this, because I'm hoping that the lag I get on my iPhone and the dim screen that I get on my iPhone can be alleviated with this remote. It also just feels more premium to fly a premium drone with a premium remote. The remote that came with the Mavic 3 is just not good. I know some people think it's good. If you're a beginner, it's a great remote for sure. But if you are using your drone for work, you really do want something with a built-in screen. And I definitely feel like this is going to be a game changer for me in how I fly my drone, and it's just going to be a lot easier. This remote also maintains a better connection with the drone, I've found, because I did a couple of tests. I didn't fly the drone out of my line of sight, but I flew it far away to the point where my phone might get a little laggy or even disconnect. This held a solid connection the whole time. So I'm very impressed with this. I think that if you're flying the Mavic 3, you definitely should pick one of these up. I bought this one on Amazon for $1,300. You can get it on DJI's website for $100 cheaper, but you will have to wait a month. Whereas with Amazon, I bought this with Amazon Prime and it came the next day. And do I think it's worth $1,300? I would say yes. I mean, it's definitely got really nice build quality. The screen is super bright. I mean, for what you get, it's amazing. those are my thoughts on the DJI RC Pro. I will definitely be releasing another video on this, a review video. This was really just a first impressions video, and so far so good. I'm very happy that I've made the choice to purchase the RC Pro. But anyway, guys, if you have any questions or comments about this video, definitely let me know in the comment section below. I try my best to answer all of your comments. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell. That way you're updated when I create new videos. And also please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That way it ranks higher in the algorithm. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.